What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Look, this one's all for you career mode folk out there. This one is about those Wonderkids, the things we look for every season to take our career mode to the next level. And this one is looking at the goalkeepers. We've got ones under 20 million, under 10 million, under 5 million, and under 1 million. So some absolute bargains that have high potential growth. If you're excited for the video, don't forget to smash that like button and let me know in the comment section below what you want to see next. Is it fullbacks, centre backs, midfielders, wingers, strikers? What is it? I look forward to reading those and putting this out for you. But without any further ado, let's jump into the goalkeepers and see what's what. So leading us off, we've got Altay Bayindir. From Turkey, 23 years old, 77 overall. You can see that he's going for 21 million at the start of FIFA career mode. So not too expensive. Having a look at some of his stats, obviously the outfield is not great, but what we want to focus on here is the goalkeeping stats. So green across the board, a really great starting point, and we've got some really good traits there, which is really good to help us off and start us off, which you're not going to get with some of the other players. So a really great way to start the FIFA goalkeeper edition off. Next up, we've got Andre Lunin, a favourite from past FIFA career modes, starting off at 9.5 million, so under that 10 million mark. We're having a look here. We've got greens and a yellow, 74 overall. We've got some traits as well, which is going to help us out. But I really like that he's greens to start with because it means his potential is going to be higher. And 6'4" is good. We've got Diogo Costa, who's one of our more cost-effective ones at 5 million. So 21 years old, 73 overall. Potential for high growth here. So we've got some good penalty starting, greens and yellow. But what I do like about this, 6'2", so he's still got some height, doesn't have the traits. That's the only problem. Next up is Lautaro Morales. So 21 years old, at that 5 million mark, 6'2", which is really good. Obviously not high outfield physicals, but we've got some greens and some opportunity yellows there. So not too low at 72. He'll be effective for those sort of championship and tier 1 football. Next up, we've got a favourite from past. We've got Martin van der Voort. So this guy is probably the best option, which we'll have a look at later, under that 5 mil mark. So really cost effective. 6'3", I think it says there. We've got obviously reds, yellows and greens, so not as high rated, but 19. So some really high growth potential and really take advantage of a high overall. Next up is Gavin Bazunu. Used him in the past, 19 overall, hailing from Ireland, 6'2", so not too tall. Under just around the 1 million mark, so not too expensive, but definitely a good option for starting out. Look there, yellows, so 64 overall, which isn't fantastic. We don't have any traits as well, but this is, one of those project keepers that you can sort of use to level up, use effectively, and then sub them in once they've gained some over. If we have a look now at one of the favorites, so Kanaya Boyce Clark, definitely a option here at 18 years old, 59 overall, so a bit more of a project keeper. But we have a look here, he's only 775,000, which is an absolute steal for this guy. We've got a trait there, which we really like to see, something the others don't have. Orange and yellow across the board, so a bit opportunistic, but this guy has high growth potential. Heading now into the last one. Now, I'm going to butcher this guy's name. He's obviously got no game face as well, which I don't like, but look, it is what it is. But we've got Haris Hatzvigavriel, a 58-year-old overall, 17-year-old kid, $675,000 for this guy, and he's 6'1", I think it says there. Okay, now let's have a look at where they've ended up as their overalls, and this is 5 seasons on, so 5 full seasons. End of season 5, this is where they're rated. So if you don't want to know, look away now. You know exactly what sort of the budget starting range is. You can go from there. But if you are interested in seeing where they end up and how much they've grown, let's jump in now. So let's start off with Martin van der Voort. So Martin van der Voort, you can see here, 6'3", 25 years of age. He ends up being an 87 at the end of season 5. That's huge growth for the 25-year-old at the end here. Valued at $76 million, 145,000 weekly wage. A really great keeper and someone that you'd be able to use. Very serviceable there at 87 and 25, so he's still going to grow. Now let's have a look at Diogo Costa, hailing from Portugal, 27 at the end of season 5, and you can see that he's an 84 overall. So 6'2", 84 overall from Portugal. $42.5 million valuation on him, so not too expensive there, but we've definitely got some increase in the stats. So up to an 84, which is fantastic to see from Diogo Costa. The next player on our list, so we've got Alte Bayendir. So this was the top-rated guy. He's 29 now, 84 overall. 84 overall, and we've got some good stats there, hailing from Turkey. Again, this guy's got some size. We love that he's got the traits. So rushes out a goal, confidence with the saves, and saves with feet. Valued at $34 million with a 45,000 weekly wage. So we've got Andre Lunin, 28 now, 6'4". He's valued at $36.5 million, weekly wage of 54,000. So, you know, pretty solid there. 83 overall, 6'4". He's got some traits. He's got some great stats. A really serviceable option. I think when we looked at the start, he was 9.5 million. So that one under 10, which is good. Saves with feet and rushes out of goal. So we like to see it. And, you know, the stats have obviously gone up over time, which is fantastic to see. And our next one, so Lautaro Morales, 82 overall. He's $35.5 million valuation and $44,000 weekly wage. 27, hailing from Argentina. If we have a look here, 6'2", some great increases in his stats there. So it's the physicals as well as his goalkeeping ability. We love to see it. Now we've got Gavin Bazunu, 25 years of age, 6'2", and he's in 80 overall. So definitely some growth there. Currently valued at $24 million with a $14,500 weekly wage. So pretty affordable, which is really great. But he's one of your budget players that you get in there, train him up. Some growth in terms of our physical stats as well as our reactions. Our goalkeeping has obviously gone up, which we love to see, but a really great project option. And this is sort of more to around that $1 million mark. If we have a look at our second last player here, we've got Chavez Gabriel, $25 million valuation, $60,000 weekly wage, which is pretty amazing to see. He's come up to a 79. I think if we looked, he was a 59 overall at the start of FIFA. So 5 years, he's gone up to 79, a 20-point growth. And let's jump in and have a look at our final option, which is Connor Boyce Clark. He's up to a 78, so again, a 20-point jump. 6 foot, hailing from England. He's 24. As you can see there, a $17.5 million valuation, which is fantastic. So this guy has the traits, but he's only 6 foot. We've seen that growth in terms of his ability and his reactions, as well as now his goalkeeping stats as well, which is fantastic to see. We've got saves with feet as the trait there. So a really good option for those people that are looking at something cheaper. I think this guy, if we think back, was $675,000. So an absolute bargain to get him up to 78 in 5 seasons. And as I said, this is without playing with them. There you go, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you take some value out of it. They're your keepers. So you've got the different tiers, 20 million, 10 million, 5 million, and 1 million. We've got some good options across the board. You can see that there's some pretty significant growth without actually using them, without playing with them. Imagine if you put some time into training these guys. We know goalkeepers go all the way up. But thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps us out here on the channel. If you're into FIFA, I'm doing a packed out series on the channel, so go and check that out as well. I need your advice, need your guidance, because I'm terrible at Ultimate Team. But that is a look at our goalkeeper Wonderkids. If you've got suggestions of who to look at next, definitely drop them in the box, the chat box. Let's build a discussion, build a community looking at this. So every year we're looking for those Wonder Kids, and I think these are some really good starting off. Let me know what you want to see next, and as always, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be putting out more content like this. We're going to go through all the positions and give you guys the best start to career mode that you can possibly get. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here, and as always, you know the drill. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.